Hey y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I just got through reading some of my comments. I get tickled at them, some of them, man, telling you. Some of them saying I was, they said, let's play a violin, poor piddly me. Well, let me tell y'all something, man. Look, number one, you don't need to put in the frame of your mind that you're a victim. You need to get that out the way and get it over with and be done with it. And I might have already said that before in some of my other videos, but that's the one key thing that you need to do. Number two, if you have goals in your life, you need to run towards those goals. Those goals might look like a big long staircase in front of you. You don't need to look at it like that, man. You need to look at it, just start taking that one step, one right after another. And if you say to yourself, you know, well, I've always been this way. Well, that's a frame of mind that you don't need to have right there. You need to you need to change your thought. You need to retrain your brain. You need to have goals. You need to maintenance your goals. You need to let things go in your life that is on the negative. You know, you need to replace it and put positive things in your life that are positive. Y'all go play. Go play. Now it's a nice day outside, now go play. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Now these dogs are acting like they're so misused. Go down there and go play. Go on. Go play. Anyway, that's the one thing that you need to understand. Another thing is, if you always got everything that you wanted right then, you would be weak. The struggle is what makes you strong. When you make a mistake and you fall flat on your face, you pick yourself up, and that makes you stronger. And you need to use that to motivate yourself to carry on with a better life. If you're having things in your life that bring you down, or you're going to bars and the next day you wake up and you feel like crap, or you go over here and you feel guilty about the things that you've done, you need to maintenance your life and get those things out of your head. And don't ever consider yourself a victim, because you're not a victim. You're a nice person. You need to look at that one thing in your life, and you need to look yourself in the mirror, and you need to tell yourself, man, I'm a good person. I got goals in my life, and set goals down on paper. Surely those goals, you might think that might be hard to accomplish, but if you'll just take that first step towards the goal and just don't look up, look down at the first step and keep taking the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. And that's why I was giggling at some of these comments, man, because they got the wrong idea. I'm not all about the person that, the last video that I made, I'm not trying to make, I don't want people feeling sorry for me. I don't want people reaching down trying to pick me up and poor pitiful me type of story. I'm on this channel to try to give people the strength and the courage to understand, you know, sometimes you need to understand what's going on right in front of you, and if it's not the way you're wanting it to go, you need to change it. You need to, you know, maybe I wasn't clear. I was trying to say, I need to be on top of my lawyer's game. I need to be on top of my doctor's game. I need to be that person in there that gets the doctor's records, goes up there and gets copies and reads through them all, and then goes back to the doctor and saying, how come you ain't writing this down? How come you ain't writing that down? And that's why I was getting tickled at some of the comments that they were leaving. Some of them said, oh, I don't know how I even got here. Well, look, man, I go on there and you got no content on your channel. Now, there are a few that do have good content. I hear that about 10 times a day. Live right down the street from the fire department. But anyway, the key to your success is inside yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to make it clear out there. You know, yeah, I'm losing subscribers. Probably because I'm having problems right now, and I'm having to back up and rethink some of the problems that I'm having, and I was just sharing out there with y'all the problems that I'm going through. I'm not wanting no one to feel sorry for me. I'm not wanting no one to reach down and help me, because if you take the struggle out of my life, it's going to make me weak. somebody that gets handed to them somebody that just gets handed them. You know, they go out and they ask people for help. They ask people for help. They ask people for help. You know, if somebody that asks everybody for help is weak, they don't have no strength. They don't have no backbone. That's what's made me the person I am today, is because I'm not a quitter. I'm not a giver-upper. I've always taken my mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but if you don't learn from your mistakes, that's when you're not doing good. You know, it's not a good thing to. It's good to make mistakes. Now, if you make mistakes and don't learn from them, then that's a bad thing. But if you take those mistakes that you've made and learn from them and improve yourself and improve your life, that's when you're on the right track. And I just wanted to share that out there to everybody, just as a short sermon or whatever you want to call it, pep talk. Inner self is the key to your success. No one else can do it for you. You got to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how. If you know what you want in life, you got to run towards it. Anyway, I'll give you an update on what's going to happen here pretty soon. My buddy Noe, he's having to relocate his shop because he's gotten so much business with his drops. He drops cars and puts airbags on them, and he likes taking those Dodge diesel motors and sticking them in anything that you can imagine, man. He's stuck a diesel motors in Chevys. He stuck them in Fords. He's stuck them old Dodge diesel moters, and he's gonna think about building him a rat rod. He wanted to stick a diesel motor out there in my 72 Chevy truck, and I don't know, man. I mean, it sure would be dependable and reliable. Them diesel motors, them Dodge diesel motors, 12 valve motors, man, they last a long time. And that would be something that I would that I'm still stewing on. But I like my inline 6 motor in there. But I wanted to let y'all know something. That 67 Ford LTD it's going to be a new member of the family. No, he can't keep it over to his place no more. So I'm going to have to clean this place up a little bit around here and make a spot for it to sit. It's a 4-door 67 Ford LTD hardtop, man, and it's got plush mint interior in it. It don't have no rips and none of the door panels. It doesn't have everything in the inside has already been redone. It's already been repainted and refurbished once. It does need another paint job on it, but that's in the future. Right now I got to deal with the issues of my foot and just and just go to the sources that I have and do the homework with my own doctor's records and try to see that's what my point on my last video was. I was trying to explain to people out there, you can't sit on your butt and cry on your Cheerios and cry to these lawyers to help me. You know, a lot of times lawyers, they're just in it for the buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my lawyer's doing that. I'm just saying that he is so busy with everything else that he's got going on and a lot of other customers that's going on, that the time that I want him to spend on it, I'm either going to have to give him a bigger % cut, or I'm going to have to start doing my own homework, going through my own doctor's records, reading everything, and then going in there and asking, how come this wasn't written down, how come you didn't write this down, or just, you know, examine your own case. Be your own boss on your own case. That's where I was trying to go with that last video that I made. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, and the bombshell, she's gonna work tonight, and I believe she's gonna have the next 2 days off, and I can't wait to get that 67 Ford over here. It's gonna have a big block Ford put in it. I got the transmission and the motor already that I've already purchased way long time ago. That's just been something he's been sitting on, and I kind of got to thinking, man, if I'm gonna quit smoking, that's the reward I'm gonna give myself. That's about how much I spend. Take that back, man. I'm spending more on cigarettes a day. Well, I smoke a pack. You know, I was down to 4 cigarettes a day, and then all this crap started happening with everything, and all the chaos with the lawyers and my pain level and everything, and I started smoking more. But I'm gonna reward myself with something good, just like I did with that 72 Chevy truck. I took something bad out of my life and I replaced it with something good, and that's what I'm going to do with that 67 Ford LTD. I'm going to take cigarettes out of my life and spend the money that I pay on those cigarettes and start paying weekly. Just save up that money and give it to Noe, and that way, little by little, I pay for that Ford LTD. I know a lot of people out there think that the Ford LTD is I'm paying way too much for it. It's around $3,000, but I'm telling you what, man, if you go buy you a Ford LTD that's a 67 model, and you go to redoing all the interior and all the whole interior's got to be redone, and you gotta and then you spend all the pay somebody to fix up and paint the outside of it, and then it's already got rims on it that's sitting on 22s. Y'all go play. It's not hot outside. Y'all act like y'all are so abused. But anyway, I think that's just something that I really want. I mean, I know it's going to be a gas hog in it. It's going to have a 460 in it, I think. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and let y'all go. And that's the video for today. And that's the juice on what's going to come up here in the next couple of days. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, man. Limster out.